Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another video. And today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a quick and easy to understand guide on how to get a free Gorgofex wonder weapon in the last Black Ops 6 Zombies map, Reckoning. So for the first step, you need to head over to the T1 Mutant Research Test area. This is going to be next to PhD Flopper and Deadshot Daiquiri. And in this area is going to be monitors flashing and flickering, but it will occasionally pop up a word. Now, regardless of what the word is, just take note of the first letter of whatever word it is that pops up on your screen. So for me, the letters that I want to remember were the letters I and the letters L, but this is going to be different every single game, including for you. Now, within the same general area, come over to this wall right here and take a look at this periodic table. You're going to want to look for an element that has the combination of your letters that you got in your game. Now, when you find your element, you're going to want to take note of the number that is in the upper left-hand corner in the cube of your element. Now, for me in my game, this was the number 3 for the element lithium. And now what I'm going to do with that knowledge is I'm going to take that number code and I'm going to use it to unlock a secret door. Now, two quick side notes is number one, there is a possibility that for you in your game, you may only have one of the two computer monitors going off, and therefore you might only have to keep track of one number instead of two of them. And number two, the periodic table can sometimes have elements that have a number that goes from a singular digit all the way up to a triple digit. And if you have something that is less than triple digit because the keypad requires that you enter in 3 numbers, you would just instead add in a 0 in front of your existing number. So if you have a singular number, you put 2 zeros in front of it. And if you have a double digit number, you just put 1 0 in front of it. And if you happen to have 3 numbers in your periodic table element, then you would just type it in as is. And one last thing of note, sometimes the same characters will be used in multiple number combinations on the periodic table, such as FR being 87 and RF being 104. So if your number combination doesn't work, just make sure that you check to make sure that it's just not in a different order. Alright, so once you've done all that, go ahead and type in your number combination, and now you'll be able to enter into the secret room, and this is where you start to truly develop the wonder weapon. Now, in this room is going to be a spore. You're going to need to kill vermin and zombies to put their essence inside of the spore, and you need to end up killing 3 vermin and 3 zombies in that order for the spore to be fully charged and be able to move on to the next step. Once you have picked up the spore, head to the T1 Quantum Computing Core, and then stand next to these plants until the spore starts to suck out the energy from the plant. You need to do this until the plant has been fully drained of its life force in 3 different random locations in this area. Next, you need to head to the T2 Dark Entity Container Room, and around this room is going to be computers that you're going to need to interact with in a short time frame to activate a power surge. Now, don't worry, you are able to attempt this multiple times around in case you fail, and the computers do make noise, so that way you can be able to listen out for them in case you can't find them with your eyes. Now, once you do this, you are going to get a boss fight. You're going to spawn in a Uberklaus, or in other words, you're going to spawn in basically the equivalent of a Juggernaut or Panzer Sovat enemy, and he's going to be running around trying to kill you. You don't want to quite kill him. You want to instead damage him and shoot off his shoulder pads, and then have him walk into this electrified floor, so that way you can be able to move on to the next and last step, which is basically just another mini boss fight, where the Forsaken, the big bad from the Cold War storyline, he's going to now possess this Klaus, and he's going to end up becoming a elite zombie, and you have to kill him and get his life force in order to end up creating the wonder weapon. Now, this last step is either really hard or really easy depending on how well you're set up at this point, so if you want this to be on the easier side of things, I would recommend having at least one decent gun by now, some perks, and possibly Pack-a-Punch and maybe a few Gobblegums. And once you kill the Forsaken possessed Klaus, you have officially completed the quest. You just interact with the essence and put the cyst inside or the spore inside, and all that together is going to create the wonder weapon. You now have officially unlocked the Gorgofex, which is going to be this cool alien pistol thing that in some ways reminds me of the Apothecon Servant. But yeah, guys, that is it here for today's video, and I do truly hope you guys ended up enjoying it. If you did, please consider dropping a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all the beautiful stuff. I hope you guys ended up enjoying seeing another YouTube video from the most unique YouTubers are ever going to see. Thanks for watching, guys. I love all of you, and peace out.